Wow, some massive news coming from Kongsberg Defence Aerospace as the Norwegian firm announced that its bid with Salt ship design has been selected for the new standardised vessels for the Norwegian Navy. In the same March 30th press release, Kongsberg highlighted that it had also recently struck deals with Canada, the United Kingdom and Lithuania. We take a look at all of this exciting news for today's video. Before we begin, we have to warn you that we have very few visuals of this project. After all, the contract is for ship design, and so it's only in the months ahead that we'll get more visuals of the actual standard class design. As a result, we'll be showing you a lot of Norway's current fleet. But with that warning out of the way, a March 30th press release states that the Norwegian Defence Materiel Agency, or NDMA, has announced that Salt and Kongsberg have been awarded a contract to develop a design concept for standardised vessels. It's noted that the two companies have worked closely for years to secure a Norwegian program while also pursuing international opportunities. Eirik Lie, president of Kongsberg Defence Aerospace, offered the following statement. This marks an important step forward for Kongsberg and the Norwegian defence and maritime industry, and we look forward to contributing our expertise and technology to develop the standardised vessels of the future in Norway and internationally. A standardised fleet based on Kongsberg and Salt's expertise in support of the armed forces and NDMA will simplify maintenance, reduce costs, and ensure more efficient operations for the Navy. In case you haven't been following Norway's search for a future standard vessel design, it was earlier in 2026, in January, that the Norwegian Defence Materiel Agency initiated a pre-qualification process for the design of up to 28 new standardised vessels for its Navy. The new design is to replace a large number of different vessels as the Navy has a fleet of more than 10 vessel classes. Moving from 10 classes to 1 will result in more streamlined operations, increased operational flexibility, and extended service life of the vessels. According to the NDMA, 11 design houses participated in the qualification, of which 6 were invited to proceed. From there, 3 suppliers submitted final offers, and after an overall assessment of competence, implementation capability, technical maturity, and price, Salt and Kongsberg were considered the best offerer to produce the design. But here's the really exciting part for those who like to see international collaboration. The Norwegian assignment facilitates the establishment of an international class of standard vessels, all based on Kongsberg and Salt's design expertise. In Canada, Kongsberg and Salt have partnered with Ottawa-based Adaptive Marine Solutions to win a contract for the design of the Canadian Coast Guard's new vessels. In the UK, deliveries of standardised vessels are part of the strategic agreement in connection with the Norwegian frigate procurement. And finally, Norwegian authorities have entered into an agreement with Lithuania on the delivery of standardised vessels. The NDMA announcement of this news confirms that vessels will also be sold to Norway's allies, which provides great opportunities for Norwegian industry. The Norwegian government said its goal was to contribute to increased allied standardization through closer and more binding cooperation with allies and, at the same time, strengthen its national maritime and defense industry. So, what's next? Well, for more details about the project and work ahead, we turn to the aforementioned NDMA press release. In it, the agency specifies that the vessels will be based to the greatest extent possible on civilian standards and commercially available technology, following the principle of as civilian as possible, as military as necessary. The agency says that the design is to facilitate modular solutions, interoperability with autonomous systems, and high operational flexibility, with the first vessel planned to be delivered to Norway in 2030. This 2030 deadline means that the timeline is tight, and according to Director of Defence Materiel Gro Jare, it's precisely why the expertise and capacity of Salt and Kongsberg are crucial. Ms. Jare says that there was some strong competition in procurement, and her organisation would like to thank all the providers who have participated. And yes, this means that we won't get to see those proprietary X-bow hulls from Ulstein. It's a relief for some and a disappointment for others. But getting back to the Salt Kongsberg contract, it includes the development of a complete concept design that'll form the technical basis for the shipbuilding competition, which is planned to start in 2026. In addition to the NDMA's goal of ships that are as civilian as possible and as military as necessary, a key principle is that the design should be neutral and accessible to all providers in the next phase. Therefore, strict requirements are set for independence, equal treatment, and handling of any conflicts of interest. The design phase that is now being initiated will be crucial to ensure the right balance between operational needs, technology, and cost before construction of the vessels begins. And so, when it comes to timeline, the project follows an ambitious schedule. The requirements, specification, and reference design must be completed by the end of 2026. A shipbuilding competition will take place between fall 2026 and spring 2027. With a shipbuilder selected, construction is to take place from 2027, and finally, a first vessel is to be delivered in 2030. So that's everything that was announced in the last few days of March. As you can see by the timeline, it's still early days for this ambitious project, but we can see that a design will be confirmed by the end of 2026, which isn't really that far away. But of course, we'll be following the progress of this project very, very closely, and we'll do our best to keep you updated every step of the way. What do you think of the Kongsberg Salt bid being chosen? Was there another bid you were cheering for? Let us know by leaving a comment.